migrant crisis taking center stage in Washington this week. The White House stepping up negotiations with congressional Republicans on possible immigration reform.
So Republicans have been blocking new aid to Ukraine and Israel unless a deal is made on the U.S.-Mexico border. And so far, there might be some progress to report. President Biden now saying he's open to, quote, significant compromises on the border in order to help Ukraine defeat Russia. Tom Dempsey has the latest from the White House. Tom?
Hey, good morning, Adrienne. This morning, time is ticking until Congress heads home for the holidays. And with U.S. aid really starting to dry up for the Ukrainian war effort, this week, President Joe Biden's team here at the White House says they expect the president to take a much more active role in negotiations, specifically when it comes to changes along the southern border. President Joe Biden wants to secure tens of billions of dollars for Israel and Ukraine. But Republicans say they want to see big changes along the border in exchange. That includes possibly raising the bar for asylum standards to stay in the U.S., as well as restricting the number of people let in on humanitarian reasons and expanding expedited removals. Republicans believe much more must be done to address the border crisis, but some Democrats continue to voice frustration about tying border changes to Ukraine aid. Take a listen.
It is literally spiraling out of control. All we're trying to do is to say what tools are needed to be able to get this back in control so we don't have the chaos on our southern border.
Vladimir Putin is delighting right now in Republicans' insistence that we get a deal on immigration reform. And if we don't, then they are going to allow Vladimir Putin to march into Ukraine and perhaps into Europe.
Now, these negotiations come after fiscal year 2023 saw a record number of encounters along the southern border. Customs and Border Protection data also show October encounters rising from last year's total. President Joe Biden's team says the aid for Ukraine may run out as soon as the end of this year. And to put these talks in perspective and the timeline for negotiations, according to the official House calendar, House lawmakers expect to wrap up business by this upcoming Thursday, while the Senate faces a similar timeline.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.